show you the storage that this Warrior 2090 has. This is all the stuff that I bring with on a normal daily trip for guiding. I have 23 rods laying here, lots of tackle, life jackets, boat brakes, all my gear, seats, all that stuff. I'm going to go through and put this all away for you to show you all of this that you see here is going to be in the rod storage or in the storage compartments. You won't be able to see anything but the seats when we get done. So we're going to do a little walkthrough and show you all the compartments that we have in this Warrior 2090. Back here, we're going to start in the back of the boat. The first thing we see here is a little compartment right in front of the trolling motor. It's a nice deep compartment. It can go down to about as deep as my elbow, so it can store a lot of stuff. I keep my rod holders, my plastics, my soft plastics that I have in these bags, like the Berkley Power Bait, the ripple shads, that type of thing, the ribworms, that type of stuff in these compartments. Easy access close to me so I can get at them quickly with that. I also fit eight rod holders in there, 4 of them with the short pedestals and 4 with the extensions on there, no problem with that. And then I also put my planer boards in there as well. So if we take a look at the compartment, you can see it's nice and deep. I can fit all my plastics bags down there real nice. And put my power bait in there. Planer boards. And then my rod holders as well. Good. Next we're going to look at the little cubby. It's like a glove compartment, like in a wheelboat or something like that, where I keep all my essentials that I might need quickly. Registration, map chips, my trolling motor remote, my goggles for the high-speed runs that we have to make if there's any rain or chop with that. So that's we see there. So we have, again, I can fit a lot of stuff, my camera, my lens wipes, my sunglasses, all that thing in this compartment right here. Avionics chips, a few tools, just in case you ever need any tools, it's good to have. My little clippers, phone chargers, a couple towels. So the next compartment we have is right behind the driver's seat here. It's another small compartment, easy access. If I need to get anything quickly, you see I keep line in there. I have some iron silk that I've been using this year to tie up my rigs. I also used XT for years with that, and I have some trans optics. It's the color change line from Berkley. Really nice for pitching jigs because it gets really bright gold in the sunlight and then it gets clear underwater with that. So I keep that close. Some fire line. If I ever need to retie leaders for lead core or anything like that, keep that in there as well. And then I put my rig boxes in there that I have tied up my harnesses with my smile blades, that type of thing, ready to go. Quick and easy access for those. So the next compartment is right underneath the electronics area here, right? Easy access. I like to store my tackle there. I have 13 3700 size tackle boxes with all my flicker shads, flicker minnows, any crankbaits that I might be using with that. And you can stack, again, like I said, 13 of them in there. Then I keep a few other small tackle boxes in there as well. It's like my swivels, my terminal tackle, hooks, that type of thing. Some gulp, pinch crawlers, keep a little those in there. Also right in the front, my Berkley lip gripper with the scale on top of it. So you can quickly grab a fish and then weigh it and let it go, or whatever you need to do with it. See, we've put these 13 bigger tackle boxes in there. I have a smaller one that I keep my jigging wraps, shiver minnows, that type of thing in. Fits nice right in between there. You could probably fit a couple more, the big ones in there if you wanted, but it gets a little tight pulling them in and out. And then so I run a few of these smaller ones. These, I don't know what size they are, 4007 from Flambeau. I can fit those, a few of those in there. Probably fit 1 or 2 more if I wanted to. Again, I like to keep some easy access with that as well. So the next thing we're going to show is these side gunnels on the Warrior here for rod storage. Works really good when you're traveling just from spot to spot, and especially in a little rough weather where you don't want anything bouncing around with that. This one I have a 12-foot trolling rod here that I use, and it'll fit in here no problem. So you can slide it all the way up. This gunnel runs all the way up almost to the little curve of the boat up there, and we slide it all the way forward here. And I still have a good solid 2.5 feet more back here where I could put another rod, or a 14-foot rod if I wanted to with that. So I can put 3 or 4 rods on the side there, real nice, out of the way for when you're traveling, especially in rough water, then they're not bouncing around. Next is the lockable rod storage compartment on the starboard side. On the bottom there I have my lights down there as well, but it'll hold some real long rods, 8-footers plus. I'm not even exactly sure how long, but put quite a few rods in there. I keep my trolling rods up there. Real nice. I'll put 4 on this side, and I'll actually put 4 more or 5 more on the other side as well. You can kind of stagger them to get those reels to fit in there real nice. Easily hold 4 trolling rods, plenty of room to close, and then when you close it, it's lockable storage as well, so it's nice and secure. So next we're at the port rod locker, the lockable rod locker down here. We can fit, again, a few. It's a little bit shorter than the other one, but you can still fit 7-foot 6-inch rods in there, no problem. I'll put a couple more trolling rods in here. Got a couple loose right now that just no reels on them. I'll throw in there as well. Yeah, I can fit, again, 4 rods in there, no problem. If you really wanted to try and pack them in there, you could probably put 6 rods in there as well. Again, this side's lockable, good rod storage, keeps it all good and secure. Also on the left side, we have another side gunnel there that can hold rods. Again, very long rods, can hold 8-footers, no problem on the side, good for traveling. Right now I got my son's little Cars rod in there with that, and then I also have my marine band radio, some sunscreen, my little lure retriever, that kind of stuff in there. But another good side gunnel for when we're traveling, keeping rods out of the way from bouncing around. Under the rod locker, the center rod locker up here, that's where the battery compartment is, and we'll take a look. It's even lockable down here, so you could lock your batteries in even more. This just slides right out for easy access. You can see we have 3 Odyssey Extreme 34M batteries. That'll allow us for the 36-volt system for the XI5 and the Vantage in the back, so we can run that. So easy access, good battery tray. So next, above the battery compartment, we have the rod locker here. It goes all the way up just under the nose of the boat. It's fit rods up to about 8 feet, and you can fit a lot of rods in there. And then rod number 13 going in this compartment here. 13 rod and reel combos in the front compartment, and you can see there's probably room for a few more. You could probably fit 16, 17 rods up there, no problem. Up on the left side here next to the rod locker, we have a cooler built right in the boat. Nice insulated cooler, can fit easily 20 pounds of ice, plenty of drinks, water, sandwiches, whatever you need for the day. It'll keep 20 pounds of ice for almost 2 days, depending on the temperature. But it's a very. On the right side of the rod compartment, we have another live well, the second live well in the boat. Another good live well for extra fish if the back one gets full. I use it a lot of times to store my drift socks. After I've been drifting on a really windy day, using them to control my speed, I put those in there. They stay away from everything else. They don't get everything else wet in the boat. So the big storage compartment up on the right side, they have equal storage on the right and the left. Very big compartment, can hold a lot of stuff. I have 6 3700 size tackle boxes that I'll put in there. Keep more stuff. You could put more if you wanted. I just fished a tournament with a buddy who has more tackle than anybody I know, and we fit almost all of our tackle, both of our tackle, in these compartments up here with that. So nice big storage compartments. There's one on the left side too, and I'll show you that. But fit a lot of gear. I have all my tackle in here. I'm also going to put rain gear. I have my guide wear I put in here as well, and then I also put my first aid kit and my other drift socks that I'm not using on this side. So on the left side, the storage compartment, again, I forgot to mention, it's all dry storage, all nice raised lipped here. So it's all very dry. If you happen to get in a really windy day and waves coming over, it's all going to run down and get out of the boat and keep that storage dry. With that, on the left side here, you can see I have my onboard charger, my 4-bank onboard charger to charge all my batteries. The plug-ins right here, just plug it in at the day's end. Next day you're ready to go fishing. I keep on this side, I keep my throwable, and then I keep my life jackets over there and a couple paper towels, hand wipes. On the front here we have a nice little console. I got my graph mounted, and then you also have trim control. From the front you can also control the live wells, the timer, that type of thing. Nice little electronics console on the front to control if you're fishing from the front of the boat. Here in the back we have the live well, the main live well. Fish will ride nice and smooth back here at the back of the boat. The live well systems in these are awesome when you're moving. It's got the easy pickups, keeps these fish healthy. We just put them through a pretty rough ride the last 2 days at a tournament, and every day all my 5 fish were alive. No problems, no questions asked. Great live well system. Plenty big enough if you're fishing, you know, a tournament where you're getting, you know, 6 to 8 pound fish, maybe out on the Great Lakes. Great live well for that. We're going to take a look at the command center. If you're on a tiller boat, you know you like to have everything right here where you're at, so you can easily do whatever you need to do, all while being able to fish really quickly. We have our electronics controls back here with everything, the courtesy lights, the live wells, the bilge, your gauges, your RPMs, miles per hour, all that stuff, battery gauges. My graph mounted here, my Lowrance. Plenty of room if you really wanted to. You could put 2 12-inch graphs that they have nowadays. You could mount 2 of them up here. Lots of room for that. At the back end here, everybody wonders about this Warrior tiller system. It's free. It can run free on its own. There's a switch on the side over here that you can turn on, that hydraulic steering. So I turn it on and now I can't move the motor. The motor's solid. I just have a push button steering, so I can push it to the left and I can move it to the right. Anytime. I also have trim control up and down there as well. There's also trim right on the handle. Very smooth. It's nice because you can shut that off. You don't have to have the hydraulic steering, and then you can steer freely on your own when you're fishing if you need to. Also, nice feature of the Vantage, you can just stay seated in your spot. When you get to your fishing spot, push the down button and that trolling motor will deploy and you'll be fishing right away. You don't have to get up and put the bow mount in. You hit the button, you're fishing, you grab your rod, and you're fishing in a matter of 15 seconds. Nice feature of this Warrior boat is the rigging capabilities in this compartment here. If you've ever had to dig through these holes to try and rig your boat just in the back and take those little covers off and reach through the hole and rig that boat, you know how much of a pain that is. This one, this compartment here, opens up, comes right off, out of the way, and we have our oil tank, we have our battery. You can pop that out to fill your oil, and you can get your arms back in there and you can actually reach and run cables if you need to. It's not just trying to thread your arm through a tiny little hole. Great for rigging the boat. Easy rigging, easy access to your oil, but well stored. The battery, the starting battery back here, well stored as well. The Evinrude E-Tech engine, we run here the 250 HO on this boat. We'll push this boat at a very good speed. Right now I have the 4-blade RX4, a 20-pitch prop. It gives me a great hole shot, and it also gets me a good top speed. It controls, or top speed with 2 guys, tournament load that you just saw me put in the boat, will go about 55 miles an hour on most days. Okay, 53 and a half, 54 on a slow day. Very fast boat. You can actually put a 3-blade prop on there and get a little more speed out of it. Then it trolls down a little, or it doesn't troll down quite as slow. This 4-blade prop will troll down to 2.3, 2.4. With a little bit of wind, it'll sometimes get you a little 2.6, 2.7. But if you need to, you put your Vantage down in reverse or throw a small drift sock out, and you control very slow, whatever you need to do with that. Great motor. Gets about 2.3 miles per gallon running wide open. For a 250 HO engine, that's a great fuel efficiency. Uses a lot less oil. Very good efficient engine. I like it a lot. Another great feature of this Warrior boat is this beautiful trailer that they have, this beautiful bunk trailer. It also comes with this neat feature that Warrior has, is these steps, these access steps. I thought these were the dumbest thing in the world when I first saw them, but I tell you what, I use them every single time. It's easy to climb right up into the boat. Nice handle to grab. You're in the boat, you're loading, unloading the boat, you come, you step right down, you can reach down, grab all your equipment, hook yourself up, and you're ready to go. Great feature. It also comes with a great custom cover, heavy waterproof cover that goes on. You can go down the highway with it, custom fit for the boat. ratchet straps in the back to hold it nice and tight. So as you can see, the boat's all cleaned up, everything's stored away, nothing out on the floor except our nets and our seats. Everything's stored, ready to go. We're ready to fish, can do whatever we want. Stuff's not going to get in our way. We will have a great day on the water. If you want to get into one of these Warrior V2090 tiller boats, the best tiller boat on the market, great in rough water, unbelievable hull. Give Mondak Sports in Williston a call. They just became a Warrior dealership this last winter. They are ready and willing to help you get on the water in the best tiller boat there is.